The Chronicle of Nura and the Celestial Companion. The air in the ninth grade classroom of St. Agnes High was thick with the scent of old paper and youthful dreams. It was there, amidst the whispered giggles and the rustle of textbooks, that Nura first felt it. A pull, a silent recognition that settled deep in her heart. Her focus, however, was on the boy a few desks over, her classmate, Aron. Aron wasn't the loudest or the most athletic, but there was a quiet, steady light about him. He had the kind of eyes that seemed to hold a secret smile and a seriousness that belied his age. For Nura, it was a silent and tense admiration. Her days were measured not by the bells of the school, but by the fleeting moments they shared. A shared glance over a complicated math problem, a parallel path taken down the corridor, the serendipity of reaching for the same book in the library. This pure, unacknowledged affection, a classic school crush, was Nura's secret treasure throughout their high school years. They were celestial companions, always in the same orbit, close enough to feel the warmth, yet too far to touch. They studied together, debated in the same circles, and their names, purely by chance of the seating chart, often stood side by side on the list. The real chapter began on the cusp of a new world. College, as fate would have it. Or perhaps as a subtle mutual design, they both enrolled in the same university, choosing the same stream of study. High school's protective walls had fallen, and suddenly their shared journey felt less like a coincidence and more like a destiny. It was during a late-night study session, surrounded by discarded coffee cups and open books, that the silent tension of years finally broke. Aron looked up from a page of poetry, his eyes meeting Nura's across the small table. The quiet smile that Nura knew so well finally reached his lips, but this time it held a question, a confession. "Nura," he started, his voice a low murmur. "We've been sharing this journey for years. Is it time we admit it's not just about the curriculum anymore?" Nura's heart, which had been performing a frenzied dance since class 9, simply gave in. She didn't need words. A soft, affirming nod was all she offered. In that moment, the friendship that had been their bedrock blossomed into a love that felt timeless and profoundly romantic. Their college romance was not a whirlwind of grand gestures, but a masterpiece of shared intimacy. They were two souls who knew each other's history, the academic struggles, the family expectations, the little victories. Their love was classical in its devotion, built on shared purpose and deep mutual respect. Aron would leave small, encouraging notes in her textbooks before big exams, a silent message of faith. Nura, in turn, became his anchor, the calm voice of reason when his ambition threatened to overwhelm him. They walked across the sprawling campus, hand in hand, often in comfortable silence, because they had already learned to speak the language of the soul. Years passed. College culminated in a graduation that felt less like an ending and more like a grand beginning. They had not only secured their degrees, but had forged a bond as strong as any iron, tested by distance during holidays, by academic pressure, and by the inevitable doubts of youth. Their tale, from the innocent admiration of a class 9 schoolgirl to the enduring partnership of two young adults, became an unspoken legend among their peers. It was a testament to the belief that the purest, most profound love is often that which grows slowly, steadily. "Right beside ya," A love that is both the history and the future. The most romantic and classical story they would ever tell. They were Nura and Aron, and their love was the most beautiful lesson they had ever learned.